Robert Meyrowitz, this is successful in Japan, it's successful in Europe, right?
Yes, South
Has
America.
it been successful everywhere you put it on the United States?
It is, in America, it is one of the most successful new pay-per-view franchises, and I think it's also important to point out that it is on pay-per-view. This isn't something that just comes into everyone's home for free.
How many people
this is
watched
something,
the last
last one we had 300,000 people bought it. And
Paid
again,
how much?
$19.95.
How many matches?
7 matches that are televised.
What about, as a member of the Free Enterprise Party, Senator McCain? How can you ask if people want to do it and people want to see it? That's capitalism.
I think it is. If you want to have an exhibition of Russian roulette, I guess, and the best winner take money to the one left standing. Let me tell you a quote from a guy. I was hitting from one of these combatants. I was hitting him to the brainstem, which is a killing blow. And when he covered up, I'd swing back with upswings to the eye sockets with 2 knuckles and a thumb. There was no other place I could hurt him. Now that's not that's
the object is to maim, is it not, Ken?
No, it's not. I mean,
what is the object?
Well, I mean, you know, it's like any sport. You get guys out there, they're excited, they're hyped up, they're talking about knocking someone's head off, they're talking about doing this and doing that. But in actuality, when they get out there, it's not all about that. It's all about technique. It's all about a person going in there and wanting to win and doing what it takes to win. Now, in this, we have rules. There are some rules in there that protect these people. There's a referee in there that knows exactly what's going on there. When a guy gets into a situation that he can be hurt, he'll stop it. So you know.
But it's unlike wrestling. It is not show business, right? They're out to win.
No, but the bottom line is you got professional wrestling, where the little kids don't see the difference between what we do and what professional wrestling does. These guys are out there cutting themselves, and they're bleeding all over the place, and guys are stomping on them, guys are jumping into the ring and beating them up, and little kids are watching this, and they don't know that it's not real. To them, it's real.
Yeah. Is there
so
betting on your sport, Ken?
I don't know. I imagine that people bet somewhere out there, but like I said, I haven't heard anything in Reno or Vegas or any of that like that. But
Mark, if someone put on an event, if Robert Meyrowitz put on an event in Vegas or Reno, could you stop it?
Yes. Under our
law?
Under our purview, we only regulate what we call unarmed combat, and that means that if a person can inflict an injury upon another, then it comes under our regulations, and we refuse to regulate this sport because of the violence involved. We have 36 states that belong to the Association of Boxing Commissions, which unanimously have agreed to not allow this form of fighting in their state. Actually, Ken brought up a very good point. He said this wasn't our group. And I think that's what he meant by that, is that there's other copycats out there that aren't as regulated, maybe as the ultimate, and there's becoming more of these around, and it's going to get more violent, and somebody will get maimed in the ring.
Bob wanted to say something.
Yeah, and also let me say, I have no problem with anybody who wants to regulate us, and anyone who wants to say this is the rules. That would be great too. We're not opposed to that. But it was interesting when Mark said, and I'm not sure exactly what he was saying about why we couldn't do it in his state, if he was saying
they have a law.
They have a law that says you can't.
What's the law, Mark?
Our definition is unarmed combat is what we regulate, and our commission's policy...
Wouldn't boxing be unarmed combat?
The glove, I guess, is...
Yes, with
now,
the gloves.
A glove is an interesting point, because if you want to protect a man's head, you put a helmet on him. If you want to protect a man's hand, you put a glove on the hand. A hand is a much weaker bone than a head bone. You cannot strike someone to the head with a ungloved hand. With a glove, you can do repeated blows.
But I also see knees and elbows.
Knees, elbows. Isn't it interesting that someone like Floyd Patterson would say that this kind of contest is appalling and repugnant, former heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Ken?
Well, because it's kind of amazing. I went to a boxing match in Palm Springs, and two people there that are very good fighters, and I enjoy boxing, and I like watch boxing. But it's kind of curious that, you know, these people are taking shots at the head, and I'm talking a minimum of 50 to 60 times, okay? And it don't matter how you slice it or cut it or dice it. The bottom line is that the brain inside of your head is bouncing off the walls inside your head 50 to 60 times. So to me, you're still boxing, you're still hitting that opponent, they still have the same intent as any other sport that is contact sport of knocking the man out,
Larry,
or putting him down.
All right, let him, Ken Hodge. Are you drawing a thin line?
If the appointed officials that are supposed to regulate these sports in 36 states, unanimously agree that this is an unacceptable business, where someone's going to end up being maimed or seriously.
Well, why don't you stop boxing? How come you don't stop boxing? There's been several people. Yes, it does.
Doesn't
Excuse me for talking while you're interrupting, sir.
Senator, doesn't boxing fit that thing?
No, it doesn't. Boxing is a regulated sport. Mark Ratner, for example, out in Las Vegas, where the biggest fights in the country take place on a regular basis, everyone knows that they're the most respected, would not touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Ask him, because it's sooner or later someone's going to get very badly injured. And
you mean like killed? You mean like killed? You mean like killed?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
His point is going to be boxers get killed. Let me get a break and we'll come back. We'll include your phone calls. We're discussing the ultimate fighting concept, and we urge you not to go away. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Our guests are Robert Meyrowitz, creator of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the next big one, Denver, in December 16th. Senator John McCain, the famed United States Senator out of Arizona. Ken Shamrock, the Ultimate Fighter, a super fight champion, who will be a commentator at that championship in Denver. And Mark Ratner, Executive Director, Nevada State Athletic Commission, President of the Association of Boxing Commissions. We're joined on the phone by my friend, actor Robert Conrad, who I imagine has, if he's called in, he definitely has a thought on this. How are you, Bob?
Well, I'm unhappy to find out I'm a part of the lowest common denominator. I'm okay, Larry. Let me just say this to you. First of all, I want to congratulate Ken. I've been in martial arts. I introduced martial arts in this country in 1959 as Shotokan Karate on a show called Hawaiian Eye. I've been boxing since I'm 6. And the only time I was rendered unconscious was by another fighter not too long ago named Tony Danza. And all the martial arts karate that I've done, I've walked out of the ring whole. This man, Ken, goes in there by his own choice. I'm surprised, shocked that John is involved in this. Balance the budget, John. And as far as Mr. Ratner is concerned, that turkey fight that was perpetrated by Don King between Mr. Tyson, that other man should have never been in the ring. He could have really gotten hurt if he ever would have fought.
Senator, what do you want to say to Mr. Conrad?
Nothing.
No comment.
No, I hope that he'll watch one of these programs, as I watched part of. If he's not appalled, we have nothing in common.
You know, Senator McCain was a great American hero, and he's held war prisoner for a long time, so it's not that he's without guts here.
It's not a question of his courage. I think he was a pilot. And let me just say, I'm a member of his party. But it's that federal legislating of how we live our lives that I find to be unkind and unnecessary. If Ken wants to get into the ring and compete with another person willing, that's the American way. We don't need a senator telling us how to live our lives.
You don't want to pass a law on this, do you, though?
No, I have not introduced
so
legislation.
Your concept is what?
36 states have already outlawed them. It won't be long before all 50 do, because people, every time they see one of these things, they're appalled, like the Charlotte City Council, like the governor of Colorado.
How can you say that when it's one of the best pay-per-views out there? How can you say the people want to close it down? It's the politicians that want to close it down. It's not the people, and the people are the ones that you guys should be listening to.
Mark,
they're the ones that elect you.
Mark, in your opinion, does the public want it?
I don't know about in the state of Nevada, but I know they had some. They've had several shows where they've done pay-per-view, very good numbers. But the barbaric way of their fighting, trying to knee drop on a guy's face or trying to really maim somebody, offends most of the people that I've certainly talked to in our state.
Oh, so what you're saying?
Ken. There's a fact here. There's a fact. The fact is that nobody has been injured, seriously injured, doing this Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Well, you've been very lucky.
Not one.
You've been very, very lucky.
That's an opinion. There's a fact. The fact is no one has been injured. It's an opinion whether or not you think it's
true. Also,
never.
It's interesting
in
that
65 years in Brazil of doing this, there's never been a serious injury.
It's interesting that when one of these combatants has to sign a paper that relieves our friend here of all responsibility.
I mean, you got to sign that when you come on here. Come on. I mean, you always have to sign something.
No, you don't sign. We'll get a break and come back and take some more phone calls. And then Garth Brooks will join us. This is Larry King Live. Don't go away.